My dear students of Honours First Year, Department of English, Assalamu alaikum. My dear students, how are you? I hope and pray that you are safe and sound by the grace of Almighty Allah. You know, at present the world is experiencing a new problem named coronavirus. COVID-19 is spreading as a pandemic throughout the world. And because of this crisis, all the educational institutions of Bangladesh are closed down. As a result, your study is greatly hampered. So, to minimize the loss of your study a little bit, Noakhali Government College has arranged some online classes for you. And as a part of this, today I am in front of you to deliver a lecture before you. Today our topic is Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. It's a famous book written by Nelson Mandela. You should have some clear idea about Nelson Mandela before going through the text. Before going through the text, I think you should have some clear idea about the life of Nelson Mandela. The life of Nelson Mandela is full of struggles, full of significant events. You should have some idea about those significant events, and it will help you to answer the brief questions of your questions. Okay, I am starting. Nelson Mandela was born in South Africa on July 18, 1918, and his full name is Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Nelson Mandela's full name is Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Nelson was the name which was given by a primary school teacher to Mandela. Okay. Nelson Mandela joined the ANC. ANC means African National Congress. Nelson Mandela joined the ANC in 1944 and formed the Youth League of the ANC. Okay, he established the armed wing of ANC in June 1961. You should try to memorize the dates and events, because these dates and events are important for you to answer brief questions. Okay. Mandela faced the Rivonia trial in October 1963. Okay. And while facing the Rivonia trial, he delivered a famous speech in the dock of the court. And this is famous speech from the dock. He delivered his famous speech from the dock on April 1964. He and 7 others were convicted on 11 June 1964. Not only Nelson Mandela but also his 7 companions were convicted on 11 June 1964. Okay. He was sentenced to life imprisonment on 12 June 1964. This is very important for you. He was sentenced to life imprisonment on 12 June 1964. Okay. Finally, he was released from Victor Verster prison on 11 February 1990. Okay, he spent nearly 27 years in prison. He and President F.W. de Klerk, the then President of South Africa, F.W. de Klerk, jointly won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. This date is also important for you because in 1993, Nelson Mandela and the then South African President F.W. de Klerk jointly won the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay. Okay, my dear learners, some more important informations about Nelson Mandela. Look at the board. In South Africa, there was not democracy. Democracy was not prevalent in South Africa. So the people of South Africa were deprived from voting rights. And Nelson Mandela fought to establish the voting right, to establish for voting rights. And he voted for the first time on 27 April 1994. Nelson Mandela voted for the first time on 27 April 1994. Okay, and in this election he won and became the first South Africa's democratically elected president. And he inaugurated South Africa's first democratically elected president on 10 May 1994. He stepped down from power in 1999 after one term as president. Nelson Mandela was serving South Africa for one term, that means for only 5 years, from 1994 to 1999. Okay, this great leader died at his home in Johannesburg on 5 December 2013 at the age of 95. When Nelson Mandela died, he was 95. Okay, these are the most important events of Nelson Mandela's life. Mandela's life is full of significant events, historical events. You should remember these significant events to answer your brief questions. Okay, today we are going through the textbook. I think I suggest you should keep the textbook before you so that you can understand me well. Now I am reading the text. Long Walk to Freedom. This is part 11, Freedom, chapter 115. Okay, I am starting. 10 May, dawned bright and clear. 10 May is the date. 10 May of 1994 is the date when Nelson Mandela was inaugurated as the first democratically elected president of South Africa. That is why in Nelson Mandela's life, this date is very significant. And he says that the day dawned bright and clear. For the first few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respects before the inauguration. On the occasion of the inauguration of Nelson Mandela as the President of South Africa, world leaders were invited to participate in the inaugural ceremony. That is why in Nelson Mandela's life it was very significant. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. Nelson Mandela says that this gathering of world leaders is the greatest gathering of world leaders on South Africa's soil. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Buildings in Pretoria. Pretoria is a famous town of South Africa, and the inaugural ceremony of Nelson Mandela was the inaugural ceremony of Nelson Mandela took place in Pretoria. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy. These Union Buildings of Pretoria had been the symbol of supremacy, white supremacy. In South Africa, the white dominated the blacks for a long time, And this is why this Union buildings of Pretoria was a symbol of white supremacy. And now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. Now this Union building of Pretoria is used to inaugurate the first democratically elected president of South Africa. And from this date, South Africa has started its journey as a rainbow nation. In South Africa, there will be no racial discrimination after my inauguration. On that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Jinani. On that day, that means on 10 May 1994, when Nelson Mandela became the first black president of South Africa, in the inaugural ceremony, he was accompanied by his daughter Jinani. On the podium, Mr. De Klerk was first sworn in as second deputy president. On the inaugural ceremony, at first, the then F.W. De Klerk, who also won the Nobel Peace Prize along with Nelson Mandela, he took oath as the second deputy president of South Africa. Then Thabo Mbeki was sworn in as first deputy president. After F.W. De Klerk, Thabo Mbeki has taken oath as the first deputy president of South Africa. And finally, Nelson Mandela took his oath. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the Constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the Republic and its people. In the third stage, Nelson Mandela took his oath. Before Nelson Mandela, two vice presidents of South Africa took their oaths. First, F.W. De Klerk, and then Thabo Mbeki, and thirdly, Nelson Mandela took his oath as the president of South Africa. When he took his oath as the president, he promised that he would try to maintain justice, and he will try to establish the rights of the people of South Africa. To the assembled guests and the watching world, I said. Then in his inaugural ceremony, he delivered his speech, a famous speech, and the inaugural ceremony of Nelson Mandela's oath has been telecast or broadcast live throughout the world. And to the watching world, he delivered a speech. Now I am reading the speech of Nelson Mandela on that date. Today, all of us do, by our presence here, confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. Nelson Mandela says that 10 May is the date when we have achieved our liberty, and we should pay homage to that liberty. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long, he says that South Africa suffered for a long time injustice and oppression. The people of South Africa have suffered from injustice and oppression for a long time, and now it has come to an end. Must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. Now we are trying to create a new society where all the people will enjoy their civil rights. Here, all the people means the black and the white, all kinds of people will enjoy their human rights, voting rights. We who were outlaws not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own soil. Nelson Mandela says that a few days back, the blacks were outed, invalid, and banned in South Africa. Now, the blacks are welcoming the world leaders in South Africa. We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. Nelson Mandela says that Nelson Mandela thanks all the distinguished international leaders who have come to South Africa to participate in the inaugural ceremony. He says that this is a great victory for the people of South Africa. This is a great victory for justice. This is a great victory for peace, and this is a great victory for human dignity. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. Nelson Mandela says that on May 10, 1994, we have achieved our political emancipation. The people of South Africa achieved their political emancipation on May 10, 1994. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination. Now we promise that we will try our level best to abolish the bondage of poverty, the bondage of deprivation, suffering, and gender and other discrimination. Now we will try to remove all kinds of discrimination, including racial discrimination, from the soil of South Africa. Never, never, and never again shall it be that is beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. Nelson Mandela hopes that the people of South Africa have suffered a lot for a few years, for many years, and he believes that from this day our country will not face any other discriminations. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Okay, this achievement is great. This achievement of Nelson Mandela's becoming the president of South Africa is tremendous, is great. He says that let freedom reign. From now on, let freedom reign all over South Africa. God bless Africa. He says, God bless Africa. A few moments later, we all lifted our eyes in awe as a spectacular array of South African jets, helicopters, and troop carriers rode in perfect formation over the Union buildings. On the occasion of the inaugural ceremony of Nelson Mandela's president, an spectacular array in the sky has been demonstrated. It was only a display of pinpoint precision and military force, but a demonstration of the military's loyalty to democracy, to a new government that had been freely and fairly elected. Nelson Mandela says that this spectacular array in the sky shows the military's support to the newly elected government. This means that the military of South Africa is now showing respect, their loyalty to the newly elected government of South Africa. Only moments before, the highest generals of the South African Defence Force and police, their chests bedecked with ribbons and medals from days gone by, saluted me and pledged their loyalty. Okay, a moment before, the military officers, high officials of military saluted Nelson Mandela on becoming the president of South Africa, and this salutation shows their loyalty to the newly elected government, democratically elected government. I was not unmindful of the fact that not so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. I am also conscious that a few years back the military force would try to arrest me, but now the very military force is now saluting me. This is a great change. This is a great achievement. Finally, a chevron of Impala jets left a smoke trail of the black, red, green, blue and gold of the new South African flag. Finally, an Impala jets have left smoke of different colors, of 7 colors. That is these 7 colors are the colors of the new flag of South Africa. Okay, these things show the support of military force to the newly elected government of South Africa. I have almost read 1.5 pages. The passage is almost about 6 or 7 pages. In our next class, I will try to continue from this point, and I am asking you to open your book whenever you will watch my lecture. You should take your book open. You should keep your book open in front of you. Okay, no more today. I hope this class will be helpful for you to learn something. I have tried my level best to share my feelings, share my experience with you. Okay, no more today. We will meet again in the next class. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.